Good afternoon. It's week 2 of quarantine, isolated distancing, whatever you want to call it. I want to make sure that you guys are staying fit and healthy, so I'm going to upload another video. Lauren would like to be in the video, so she's not my videographer this time. I will post a sheet with detailing the exercises. You'll likely have to zoom in. I couldn't fit it on the board, and some of you had a hard time reading my writing, so I thought that might be best if I typed it out, and I will post that after. So this workout is a little bit, well, be quite a bit longer. You have a lot of choices. I'm still giving 3 options, so choose what works best for you. But instead of it being timed, it will be 3 sets of 12. You'll do each exercise, 12 reps. If you need a rest, you can take it. 10 to 20 seconds is about what I would recommend, but you'll have to listen to your body, take more or less as needed. And then I've also included some cardio this time around. I'll go through that. So let's say the first exercise is squats. You can either rest for 10 or 20 seconds or as needed, or you can follow it up with 1 minute of cardio. So I've given you a couple different options, generally 2 or 3 options for the cardio as well. More of a lower impact, medium impact, higher impact, dependent on what you choose and what your limitations or your goals may be. So not necessarily limitations, but choose the one that works best for you. So having said that, you will need a timer, a band, or a broomstick. Generally the broomstick you can just unscrew from the bottom and you can use that. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's only for one of the exercises, maybe 2 if you wanted to use it, but not a big deal if you don't have one to use. You'll also need a wall or a chair, depending on what option you decide to use. And you can use some soup cans or some weights, whatever you have available to you. Just make sure you don't drop them on your feet, regardless of whether you're using the soup cans or the weights. So we'll get started. One thing I didn't mention is you will want to do a warm-up. Should be about 5 minutes. So it can be nothing jumping, no impact, just, marching, this kind of thing. Marching, getting your heart rate up, stepping side to side, knees, pretend skipping, whatever you want to do. It should be nice and easy on the body, and the idea is to get your core temperature up. So getting started, the first exercise, I gave, again, 3 options. So it's sit to stand, back squat, or overhead squat. So I'll show all 3 of those. So I'm going to use this. Lauren, you're not going to use the band, okay? So with or without a band, you can just do the squats to the bench if you want, okay? So you're coming back and then sending the hips back and then coming up. Now, I realize a lot of you don't have a bench. It can even be to your couch. If you actually need to sit because it's kind of squishy, do what you need to do. Second option is without a bench. So holding here and doing back squats. Those that have done the back squats with me, again, this could be a broomstick instead. You'll know that it's a lot more challenging because you don't have your arms to counterbalance. The third option is overhead squat. So you, again, with or without the band or broomstick. So Lauren is demonstrating without. Okay, so those are the first 3 options. So you would choose whatever one works for you. Do your 12 reps, take a rest, or do cardio that I'm going to show you. So marching is option 1, so you would do that for a minute. Option 2 is step jack. So you can do it without any impact, or you can add in a little hop and do 1 leg at a time, or you can do both arms and feet at the same time. So those are your cardio options for exercise 1. The next exercise is wall push-ups, half Arnold press or crossovers if you're using soup cans, and push up with lateral step. So wall push up, this is too high probably, but essentially lean and push, lean and push. Okay. Make sure that your elbows don't flare out. You still want to lead towards your body and keep that W with your back. The second exercise, don't drop them on your toes, okay? So half Arnold press. I'm going to do it seated. Lauren's going to do it standing. Okay? So you externally rotate so palms are facing away from you, and then you bring it in towards you so pinkies come towards each other, and then turn them out. Squeezing the chest, and then external rotation. If you have soup cans, that's going to be hard to do. So what I would recommend instead, and you can do it seated or standing, move over just a little bit, please, Lauren, is crossovers. So you're alternating squeeze the chest, and you're squeezing a little bit of the back of the shoulder as well. So that's the half Arnold, or the second one was the crossovers. And then push up with lateral step. You can choose just push up. I just wanted to give you a little bit of variety. I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to move this, I think. Just watch my fingers, okay? Move up a little bit more. So it's a push up and then tap. Push up, tap. Push up, tap. Push up, tap. Good job. So those are the three options. I'm going to move this back up again.
Mom, I demonstrated it
Without, and Lauren said she demonstrated it without the lateral step, so that's an option. The cardio for that one is with or without a skipping rope. Honestly, I prefer without a skipping rope because it's you're less likely to get hung up on it. So skipping, you can just step if you want. You can kick one at a time, or you can jump with both feet, or you can do double unders, which is essentially if you were skipping 2 revolutions per jump. So those are the options for that one. Moving on, the third exercise is monster squat. Squat with lateral step, or frog jumps, and I'm going to show you 2 options for that. So this is the other exercise that you can use the band if you have one. If you don't, no worries, you can do it without. So essentially you're going to get into like a little bit more than a quarter squat. Okay, so you want to be above parallel, and you want to engage your glutes. We're going to go that way first, okay? So you're going to step and then bring it in. So one goes outside of the hip, the second leg comes under the hip. Outside of the hip, under. You would do all your reps one way, just so you're seeing both sides, and under. Outside of the hip, you're squeezing here, and then you're letting that other leg come in. Some of you have done these with me with a band. So another option is to do it as a banded X walk. So if you have a band, watch baby, you can do it like that as well. You'll get more activation in your glute medius, which is the outside part of your leg.
done those before.
Squat with lateral step. So with or without a weight. So if you want to use the weight, you can. You don't have to though. But it's squat with step, squat with step. Okay, you can hold it up if you'd like, or you can hold it down, whatever you prefer. Just again, make sure you don't drop it on your toes. And then just move those over there. And then frog jumps. Do you have enough room? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep your feet spread the whole time. The option one is to touch and then just jump. The other option is to actually take your feet together, so you're getting more of an adductor inner thigh workout as well. That's not the cardio part, by the way. So those are your 3 options for the strength exercise. And then the 3 options for the cardio is knee taps. So bring your knees, okay? Or you can do high knees. Or you can do what's called a vertical mountain climber. So you're jumping and reaching at the same time. So moving on, we have some row work in there for you for middle back. So seated row, bent row, or plank row. So seated row, you're going to hinge from the hip, bring the arms out just a little bit. You're going to squeeze your middle back and return. Squeeze and then return. Exhale as you come up, inhale when you go down. Bent row, essentially the same thing, except you're going to send your bum back, squeeze your bum, keep your core on, and then you're going to squeeze your middle back. Keep your back nice and tight, one, nice and straight. So you should feel it in the hamstrings and the glutes as well as the middle back. And then I'm just going to do this one, okay?
Okay.
And just so you can see what I'm doing on the next one. I don't recommend you put your hands on both of the weights if you have dumbbells. I don't find you get a good base of support. So one hand on the floor goes to the center, and then one arm row. Center, under your face, row. Alternating sides. Like that. Move those so I don't trip over them. And then your options, well, I'm going to move this again. So your options for this one are V-steps. So same arm, same leg lead. So it's up, up, back and back. Up, up, back and back. Take the feet wide, bring them together. Up, back, back. You would do both sides, so maybe 30 seconds of each. Second option is soldier kick. So opposite arm to leg. So you're kicking, kicking that way. And then the third option is YTW with a march. Move over just a little bit because not that my arms are long, but they'll get in the way. So I'm going to do a Y with a knee up. I'm going to do a T position with the other knee up, and then I'm going to hinge forward, and I'm going to do a W. So knee, Y, knee, T, both stay down for a W. And you can do that as quickly as you can control it. Y, T, and W. So you'll want the weight or the soup can for the next one. We have seated leg extension with curl and press. You'll have to do both sides. Wall sit, you stay in the squat and you do a curl and press. And then the third option is a thruster variation. So this is a Jen special. I'll show you that one as well. But essentially you're gonna do some dumbbells, front squats, some overhead press, and then you combine the two. So the first exercise, just one weight for now. Opposite arm from leg. Neutral grip, please. You're going to extend the leg as you press up and then down. Extend. Oh, sorry, it's curl and press. So curl and then press. Bring it down. Curl, press. Make sure your weight doesn't end up going forward. Make sure it's staying in line with your ears. You would obviously do both sides. Your wall sit. I can't use any of the walls here, but pretend I'm doing a good wall sit. Curl and press with both arms. You stay in the squat for all 12 reps before you move on. And the next one is, so you're going to do 12 of these. That's only 2. You're going to do 12 of these. Again, that was only 2. And then you combine it together with a press. Down, press. Okay? So essentially for that one, it's 12 dumbbell front squats, 12 overhead presses, and then 12 combined. Your cardio for that one, knee to elbow. So, but because it's for cardio, you want to kind of move a little bit faster than last week. Still working the core though, so that's option 1. Option 2, back lunge with knee to elbow. So essentially you're going here, back, knee to elbow. You would have to do 30 seconds on each side so that you're nice and even. And then the third option is burpee with mountain climber twist. Move up, please. With or without a jump. Don't jump on my fingers, please. Okay, so twist, twist, jump, and jump. Twist, twist, jump, and jump. Just a fun little variation. I think it's fun. You probably won't. Then the last group of exercises, plank taps. So you can do it elevated, so against the wall, using a counter, stairs, whatever works for you. And essentially you're holding and you're tapping your shoulders, keeping your core on. So that's option 1. Option 2 is to do a plank walkout with or without the taps. So I'm gonna walk it out. I'm gonna try not to hit Lauren's bum here. So option is to do the plank tap here. And then if you would like to add on, tap and tap out. Tap shoulders, tap legs. And then the third option for that is single leg plank walkout with plank walk up. So I'm going to move this one more time. And Lauren, I'm just going to demonstrate this one, okay?
Okay.
So you would have to do all the reps on one side and then all the reps on the other. So you go down on one leg, you walk it out, you go down on the right, up on the right if you're on the right leg, and then walk it back. Try to engage the glute and the hamstring when you come up. And then the 3 cardio exercises or options. So gate or can openers, okay? Keeping the tummy nice and tight. Just trying to open the hips. So that's option 1. Oh, and you can do that if you want to do it with a squat instead. You can do that as well. Here, I'll move over a little bit. Standing knee to chest. So reach, reach, reach. A little bit of core in there too. You would obviously do both sides. And then Spider-Man mountain climbers. You can do it as a step. Tap, tap, tap. Or just let me jump. I don't want you jumping on my fingers, okay? Or you can jump it. Okay? If for any reason you need additional assistance, or you need anything modified, feel free to reach out, contact me. I'm going to post this with the link, and please post a selfie so I can see that you've done it, or let me know what you liked about it or what you didn't, for that matter. Anyway, stay safe, my friends. Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.